Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. On this occasion, we would like to talk about the importance of securitization towards environmental issue, case on Freeport's tailing waste. The authors are myself, Septianto Prakoso, and my colleagues Ferdian Alputra, Nadia Ardita, Andrian Sapurtiantoro, and Im Timoria. Let's begin. So, from the introduction, we depart from the fact that Indonesia ranks in the sixth position as a rich mining materials country. We rich in coal, gold, copper, and lead. We produced 614 million tons of coal and 28.9 tons of gold in 2021 alone. Also in copper production, we produced up to 2.2 million tons in 2020, according to our national statistics. And from all of the mining process, PT Freeport Indonesia or PTFI from the private company has directly contributed around 21.1 billion US dollar or around 300 trillion rupiah. As for income tax, the Indonesian government received 71.7 million US dollar from PTFI in 2020. They also produce and provide a lot of workforces and work field. In total, there are 127,875 workforces who work for PTFI per March 2021. Although they contribute positively to our economy and also provide a huge labor market, they also create a lot of setbacks, the PTFI, we mean, in environmental problems. One of it is the tailing waste. This article actually aims to analyze how the Indonesian government acts toward the environmental damage caused by PTFI using the securitization concept and qualitative method. The analysis will provide a data visualization also to point out that certain stakeholders will have significant roles on environmental issue, which they act as pressure to those who are considered responsible for the environmental problems. Our method basically consists of two methods. As explained before, we use qualitative descriptive method to examine the object, and also we support our analysis with literature research with visualization later on the data. We use Google Scholar and FOSS Viewer as the means. This study collects all of the publication related to securitization from the year 2000 to 2022 from Google Scholar. And the keywords we use are securitization, environmental issue, Indonesia, Islungan, and so on. You can see on the picture. And also, we focus on the concept of securitization that defined as a speech act by certain agents, such as government official, community leaders, and NGO, and so forth, that become a reference object in form of things that consider something is potentially dangerous and become a threat to certain individual security or even national security, and conveyed to the public as a target audience to be responsive and then support emergency report towards this kind of things outside normal policies. Taken from Professor Dewinata, 2017. And this study set the minimum occurrences of the keyword to be visualized that we found from the Google Scholar, from the terms later on to be networked and also projected in on FOSS Viewer by limited the threshold into 3 because of the poor quality of the publication, because we do not find a lot. So poor quantity, sorry. And then there are actually some relevant terms from the publications. Actually, we found 82 papers. From 22 years, we found only 22 papers. And then from those 82 papers, we can get like some repetition, some important keywords defined by repetition and produced by FOSS Viewer, around 569 keywords, but only 20 meet the threshold of the repetition of 3. And then we select all of those keywords, and then we map it into something like this. So this is the result discussion. From the map, we can see that there are very limited keywords that appear when we talk about or when we discuss about the study of environmental problem issues, securitization, and so forth. So we can see that some of the keywords also there is clusters on it. There are 4 clusters. First, Indonesia, isu keamanan, securitization effort, and also cluster 2, there are problems, present process, and so forth. Cluster 3, ASEAN, issue Singapore. Cluster 4, only food security. We see that this limited and very specified keywords show that there are not a lot, or there are not complete or truly research on connecting securitization with environmental problems. So we see here from our literature research that this kind of topic should be empowered, should be promoted more. Because of why? Because of this case that the television of report environmental issue somehow show that securitization can help environmental issue or problem to be mainstream and solved. Later on, we'll see on our findings in the next slides. But our point here that these clusters and also the map shows that the obscurity of the topic is still there. And also it's shown that the publication only efficiently increased since 2015 to 2020, even though we searched it from the year 2000. And then this also led to our findings that actually when we talk about security threats that expanded from years to years, we also track it back to even the definition that is explained by the Copenhagen School, that basically the concept of securitization is a phenomenon which security studies are not limited to the military aspect or hard power aspect. It also can be stretched into aspect of human life, like human rights, pandemic, crime, environmental damage, and so forth. One of the non-traditional threats, actually what we are talking here, is the damage to the environment due to the operation of PT Freeport Indonesia, PTFI, a subsidiary of American-based mining company Freeport-McMoRan Incorporated. One of the biggest volume of waste is the form of tailings. Actually, is a residual moisture and sand produced in the separation process of concentrate from the ore at the mill. So to separate the copper or gold ore from the dirt or the soil or the sand that encapsulated it, they use a systematic methods. They use water, also liquid, also maybe in some of the parts chemical also used. That's why in the tailing waste is included the hazardous and toxic waste category, because the leftover is still containing some kind of material that is hazardous to the environment, and also implemented in Indonesia's regulation. Due to specific topography, seismic activity, the company employs a controlled tailing management system. They have the controlled tailing management system, but actually it exports the waste to the river and to certain areas in the lowland and coastal areas called Modified Aqua Deposition Area, MOD ADA. And this area is actually also disturbed the indigenous people, namely especially the Amungme and Kamoro tribes. They observe that the tailing waste is not only influencing environmental issue, but also health and education issues. That's when they spoke about it, and they say that actually this has been going on for years and nobody cared for it. So we try to make this mainstream. We try to put this on the spotlight by using the view that this kind of things, this management waste from the PTFI is actually a threat. So they securitize this issue, and this kind of phenomenon also prompted several reactions from another NGOs, as from NGOs like WALHI and Greenpeace. Continuing, we can see the picture from before and after. So the efforts made by this group, part of this group, has actually pushed government and prompted the government as a stakeholder that have the capability to fix this issue to take immediate action. The AMDAL analysis shows result that there is a violation that resulted to environmental damage in the area. And as a next step, the Ministry of Environment and Forestry imposed a fine on Freeport, 400 billion rupiah. And also later on the solution, Freeport must also assist the locals that the tailing waste is and then managed and processed and can be used as a material in building local public infrastructure. The policy result shows that how pressure from various parties has become one of the factors that prompt the government to take decisive step in overcoming the problem, which considered a non-traditional security threat with potential risk to the environment and the livelihood of many species. Conclusion, so we can see that the case here is actually exists and the tailing waste is included in hazardous material, and both of the environmental indigenous peoples urge the government to solve this problem and investigate the problem. And one of the important things actually the role of the indigenous tribe that put this problem into the spotlight, and they say that it's a very important threat, that is an existing threat that affecting their lives, and it makes the stakeholder aware of it, and then the problem can be solved. Finally, in the development, tailing waste is also can be used as alternative to building materials. And also from this research, we can learn that the discussion about securitization towards environmental issue still need to be mainstream or put into spotlight. And based on the obscure and limited result from literature review, there should be more study on securitization in order to surmount the environmental issue in Indonesia. We think that's all of our for our presentation. Thank you very much.